Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Let's just make sure the last episode actually recorded properly. Here we go. Hey everybody! Welcome Please back. Tell me there's game sound. PETA? Yeah, game sound. That's what I like to see. OBS has been acting weird lately. Forgive me that indulgence there. This run is Azazel Greed. Two reasons. It's gotta be done, and it unlocks Lilith. At which point we'll be able to actually do a Lilith run. But NPJM MC3EH. NPJM NC3H. I think I said that right the second time. We've got Squeezy for a nice little tiers upgrade. Wait a minute, I was gonna say, where's my freaking spirit hearts, Squeezy? And I'll continue to put the blame on Squeezy instead of acknowledging that I made a mistake there and almost neglected to pick them up. So we could probably make do with Black Hole. It seems like a decent... wow, that was bad damage on my part. It seems like a decent... Azazel item here. We will get enough money for it. But we gotta not take damage. I'd also love to get, like... now that I think about it, I don't know how it could happen. There is one way it could happen, but I want to get red hearts so that I could actually play that Demon Judgment, and there's a couple of red hearts in there that we could use as a refill. In fact, I guess we could actually hedge our bets. Or not hedge our bets, the opposite. Like, go for broke, I think is what they say. In the industry. Yes. Oh, let's go. And buy an HP upgrade, and then use that HP upgrade to try to play the Demon Judgment to the point that it'll actually pay out with something. And then as far as I'm concerned, we basically got 2 upgrades for the price of an HP upgrade. But we need to get an HP upgrade, and I don't know how that's going to happen. The ideal way would be if it happens right here. Wow. Okay, so we actually can't take this. Well... We can take it. We don't want to use it, though. Because we need this Azazel win. Or at least would like it. So I think I'm going to say, sorry, Black Hole. And I'm going to go for the reroll that was, like, barely a reroll at all. We're going to go down to 15 cents. Because I'm looking for HP. The other thing is, if we get an HP upgrade, we go, we play that Demon Judgment. Then we hopefully can just trade that HP upgrade away for a good deal with the devil or something like that. But we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Normally I don't like to buy HP upgrades, but when you start with 0, things are a little different, I guess. We're throwing money away, sadly. Well, I mean, Chaos is probably worth buying long term. So, all the best laid plans of mice and men, right? They're all gonna fall apart here. I don't know what bag lunch is. You know what? Let's look it up. Let's be good habits here. Bagged lunch Isaac. That was my name in Isaac. Taking damage has a small chance to destroy the trinket and spawn lunch. Dude, we can get an HP upgrade out of this is what you're saying. But the most efficient way to get that small chance to pay out is probably by playing that Demon Judgment, which we might consider depending on what our deal with the devil looks like, but I'm not necessarily getting my hopes up just yet. The run looks fine, though. I mean, it's Azazel, so we got a lot of early game bonuses, as long as we can eventually turn them into late game greatness. With Chaos, I think we'd rather have deals with the Angel, so we'll see what we got in here. I can't really see the value behind this. Oh, what a terrible bit of damage. Unless, does this give us twice the money? I don't think this gives us twice the money. Let's take it. Let's find out. So I'm gonna be an idiot here. Come on, work with me. Yeah, was it worth it? Can I ask you something? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Infamy's good. We didn't, in the end, we probably did spend about as much HP as Infamy will save us from taking, but I think that's fine. So we'll check our item room. It's Anarchist Cookbook, which is garbage. Guppy's Tale, which is a lovely head start towards making our Guppy dreams come true. And we don't love anything here, so I think this is an okay place to use Anarchist Cookbook. Wow, that was real bad. And I'm gonna blow this guy up, because we actually just don't care. Now, I'll keep bag lunch for now. I do want to go into the curse room, because I think that red chests have a higher chance to have guppy items still, even with chaos, but we'll find out. I like to play these greed runs a little, not fast and loose, like not like I'm trying to rush them, but I like to play aggressively because it's more fun to kind of build your own synergy from scratch. And get it off the ground as, oh, that was so dumb. As opposed to just like, playing it slow and be, oh, well, like, I don't know if I could afford to take this, my HP's bad. Force yourself into a situation from which there is no backing down, and then die and respawn as Dark Judas. Hilariously, I actually think we have done a Dark Judas, well, not Dark Judas, but we've done a Judas, greed mode run already, so I was about to go on like a Shia LaBeouf-esque motivational speech about how, like, you know, you gotta force yourself to make progress, and then instead I just died. So this will just be a greed mode run for fun, I suppose. It's more reflective of like what an actual greed mode run for me would look like. Guardian Angel's okay, but it's not that good. Let's blow this up. Save your money. ING Direct. Don't care about Bookworm. GB Bug is pretty bad. Starter deck is okay. X-ray goggles. I'm gonna say that X-ray goggles will probably pay for themselves over the course of this whole run. Then we're gonna go for broke here again. We got 1 penny. It could be worse, honestly. Oh, and dude, we gotta buy Guppy's Paw, because we're almost at the Guppy dream here. It was, I'll admit, really sloppily played here, and this actually won't unlock Lilith, which means we're gonna have to do an Azazel greed mode run at some point in the future. And I believe that greedier does not count as greed for the purposes of unlocks at least, so we gotta do both. But I don't know, I'm acting like Azazel greed mode is a slog when it literally just killed me, so it's like we're guaranteed to win, except for the time that we did it and we lost badly. But we lost in a productive way. Hey, how about you just shove off, buddy? Sorry to use strong language, but I really want to get you off my case. You are a jerk and a charlatan, and I do not respect you. And we should hold Guppy's Paw, I think. Could leave, but I think that we shouldn't leave. So what's the end game for us here? Well, obviously, like, becoming Guppy is usually a win. We have a 50% chance of a deal with the Angel coming right up, and it could have anything in it. And really, we could make do with almost anything at this point. So if you want to give me some HP, normally a pretty bad Angel deal, in this case, I would love to see that. But it's a Devil deal. It's not Krampus. Dude, how could I live with myself if I didn't give it a shot? He is a god. What? Where did this magic mushroom come from? I had no idea it existed. So we're Guppy. We will almost definitely win this run. We're so early in the game here in terms of like overall progress. We have so much that we can accomplish on this run. The big deal, I mean, Telepathy for Dummies is okay. The big deal is definitely donating. The more we can donate to our donation machine, the better. So, I'm not too cheesed about the whole Azazel, you know, respawning as Dark Judas thing, because we can still just, especially now that our run is somewhat set a little early on, try to get to the point where we can donate a bunch of money to our donation machine. And that would fulfill the reason for this run to exist to begin with. So what are we looking for? I would say faster rate of fire is up there. Good fire rate. If we can get like blank card 2 of something, that would be great. There's a lot of good options here. I don't really want to pay for Dogtooth. Where's the secret room? It went. Oh, it's actually right there. I mean, we'll buy a key. I think that's what we should do, is buy like 1 key per floor. Save the rest of our money. We get the battery, which is not useful for Telepathy for Dummies. And, I mean, to be real with you, we'll probably just scrap Telepathy for Dummies on the next floor and roll with Guppy's Paw instead, because it gives us the ability to actually take damage against Super Greed and be fine. But that's good. That's good, man. I have to ask you to blow my mind today, because my mind was already blown, and I want you to blow my mind by telling me that this doesn't blow your mind, because it's like an obvious thing. I was at a coffee shop. It rhymes with Good Lucks, and I said, hey, can I have a... I mean, they're pretty weird. Like, I don't know if you've heard of a coffee shop that's ever done this, but instead of ordering like a small, medium, or a large, you order, it's really cool with like the Italian name of it. So I went, oh, the venti iced coffee. You got to order it like that too. And they rang me in and I paid, and then they were like, actually, we don't have any iced coffee right now. Would you like one brewed in what they called the Clover system, which I can only imagine is like the Hovis method from the Xbox One. But they said, do you want something brewed in the Clover system? Because we can make you an iced coffee in that. And I was like, sure. But in my head, I was like, they're just going to make me a hot coffee, like a brewed hot coffee, and give it to me, and that's fine. So this lady like fiddles around with the machine. 2 minutes later, she goes, here's your iced coffee. We forgot to take Guppy's paw, but we took Guppy's head instead, which is way better. So we got lucky there. And 9 lives might be worth getting. I think we got to try to see if this is 2 of diamonds, which it's not. But anyway. 2 minutes later, she pulls out from the machine a cup containing iced coffee. If you don't understand how coffee is brewed, this might not seem like that big of a deal. And I mean, in the end, I guess it's not really that big of a deal. But normally it's like very, very hot water runs over ground coffee and brews it into a cup. And then stuff like cold brew is... Oh, we shouldn't have taken this if we were going to get 9 lives. But we probably were not going to get 9 lives anyway. Or didn't want to. Cold brew has to sit for like 12 to 24 hours in order to essentially steep. So to make an iced coffee on the fly and have it come out of the machine cold makes no sense. It tasted not quite indistinguishable from a normal one, but... almost indistinguishable. I don't know if it brews it hot and then cools it down really quickly, or if it somehow just like cold presses coffee beans and water to create it, but this might not seem like it's a big deal. And again, it's not a big deal, but it got my head spinning trying to figure out, oh my lord, how mechanically they did this. Like, what does the inside of this Clover machine look like? I know it's like there's a Tesseract from Marvel's Avengers in there or something to accomplish this witchcraft, because it just doesn't make scientific sense to me. And I like that. It's cool. It has ignited my imagination. So we're gonna go in here, and we're getting close to Bookworm. We are so close to Bookworm, we're actually at Bookworm. Oh, there's a secret room in here I didn't check as well. So it might seem a little lame, but I'm avoiding buying items at this point because we don't need them, and if I'm not going to accomplish what I meant to accomplish on this run, why not just donate as much money as we can? You know, there's probably a better equilibrium point between like where we are right now and where we could be if we bought like half as many items as we wanted to. But what is this? The audiobook for algorithms to live by? No, this is me coming up with a strategy on the fly. Thank you, Infamy. I really appreciate that. And we're gonna try to strike a good balance between having a run that's powerful enough to fairly easily beat greed without actually spending so much money that, you know, it costs us doing another greed mode run in the future. Not that I should look at it as a cost, necessarily, but you know what I mean? You probably know what I mean. I think I'm articulating myself reasonably well. Binky's fine. You know, we still got 1 key per floor that we can use to get an item, and we've still got the deal with the devil that can give us an item, and we've still got the item room on most floors that can give us an item. So we'll head down. I would like to get, and we're on the, oh, we got a couple of floors left here, but I would like to get a better card. Because the Fool doesn't really do much for us. Well, it gets us out of the curse room for free. Okay, now that that's done, it doesn't do anything for us. Just grab this. With Chaos, we could play the demon or the regular Judgment, but I don't see a reason for that. I think we see if we give away HP to our deal with the devil first, and then we take 9 lives if it's prudent. I don't really want to sacrifice 9 lives, even if it's for 1 HP. Even if we only lose 1 HP in the process to gain 9 lives. Because the odds of us beating greed, and this is like the most boring sentence I've ever said. You know, oh, let me calculate, I'm going to do some matrix multiplication here. No, but it's, the odds of us beating greed with 1 HP are very low. I would rather have 1 life with 2 HP than 9 lives with 1 HP. Possibly. It'd be close. It wouldn't be like a snap decision, but I would, I think that's probably where my allegiance lies there. So we got 71 cents. We can always use our bombs, because we're not going to use them against greed. We could use our bombs and try to, like, blow up the reroll machine until it gives us all of the available choices that we can see, and then we can choose. Like, okay, this item is actually worth the time that it would take us, or the money that it would cost us. Because we probably will not be able to donate 99 cents, but I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, on our first greed mode run of the day, we could donate, like, you know, 80. I wouldn't be surprised if we could donate 99. I'd give it close to even odds. Because I don't know how fast the percentage to break goes up. We already have bookworms, so it's irrelevant. Well, I mean, this is a stupid decision, but I'm going to take Monster Manuel and then go back to Guppy's Paw. What's the reason for doing this? I guess we'll never see Monster Manuel again. And now we have a good excuse to take 9 lives, even though we probably shouldn't have done so to begin with. And then we can use some bombs here and see if we get something great, and we did. I think that was well worth the cost, and now I'm gonna leave. And in the end, I think that ended up being a pretty good decision. Although we already had Magic Mush, so it wasn't as much of a damage upgrade as I thought it would be, and then I tried to hedge my bets even further and got shut down, so let's get the heck out of here. No item room on this floor. Will we get to 99 cents? No, probably not at least, but we might get to, like, you know, 88. Why not, right? There's some quality items in here, but I'm going to choose to ignore those, because this could be like 10% of our greed machine taken care of here. Why buy a bomb of all things? Dude, okay, well, I mean, we had a bomb, but let's just pretend that that was the lucky bomb that got it done for us. Okay. I'm going to say 84 cents is where we finish this one now. Where we finish this one now. Ragdoll. Living in a movie. Dog Judas. Damages and poopy. Dog Judas. Never gonna do an Azazel run. Zazel. I know it's Azazel, okay? I'm done with people correcting my pronunciation. Some of you people, and I'm saying you people, I'm specifically referring to the English amongst you. In a recent Isaac episode, recent-ish, I talked about the billiard sport snooker. So many of my menchies on Twitter got filled up. People going, it's not snooker, it's snooker. You don't understand. We say things differently. We call it a sandwich, not a toasty. I don't go, oh, the ham and cheese sandwich, and you go, oh, it's actually a toasty, NL. It's because we respect our regional differences. You know, when you go, oh, I love watching football with my mates. I don't go, actually, it's I love watching soccer with my friends. We say it as snooker, okay? My whole life, every Canadian I've ever met that has known about the existence of snooker, and I'm telling you straight up, there's like 4 of us, has pronounced it the same way, so just back the heck off. Also, if you like it, you should not correct people's pronunciation. It makes your hobby look like it's only meant for people who are heavily invested in pedantry. It's actually pedantry, I know. I'm trying to meet you halfway talking about this niche billiard sport that nobody in North America cares about, and they're like, oh, NL's talking about a sport I like. But he's saying it slightly differently because he comes from, you know, a different part of the planet. Is it possible that we have different experiences and, you know, he might actually understand how it's pronounced in his country of choice? No, that can't possibly be it. He's just incorrect. You jokers. You gotta turn off the nitpicking, man, when you're in a social interaction here. It makes me mad because I know that you're destined for so much more. But you know, if you're in bed with a beautiful woman and she says, can I give you a blue Jew? We did get to 99 cents. And you go, oh, actually, it's called a blowjob. You know, you just go, Yes, please. One blue Jew. I guess it shouldn't be called a blue Jew, but, you know, I'll take one blowy, please. You know, just let people say whatever they want to call things, unless, you know, if somebody's like, hey, I'll take a hot dog, please, and then a hot dog comes out, and they're like, no, I wanted a hot dog. This is a pizza. I want a pepperoni hot dog. If they're just wrong, that's one thing. But if you know what they're saying, turn down you know, correcting the teacher on the blackboard sort of thing. You know how many, I'm in school still, right? Everybody's worked a long day. They go to these night classes. One dude's in there. This is the only thing he's doing all day. I'm not trying to insult you. Congratulations on bettering yourself, but also shut the heck up. Because, you know, the professor will be like, just one more exercise and then you can all go home to your loving families and, you know, the things that, your busy stuff that you gotta do. And the professor writes like he spelled March, you know, with 2 R's. And somebody puts up their hand. Oh, professor? I think you meant to write March with 1 R. And then it's, you know, okay, thanks. Literally everybody in the room saw it and noticed it, but we also said, we're adults, we know that this dude's trying to write March. Ooh, but what if it's gonna be on the exam and you wanna just make sure you're all on the... No, you just wanted to feel smart, okay? And now you've done it, and, you know, you feel smart and everybody in the class thinks you're a ding-dong. That's a bad habit, you gotta stop doing that. Number of times that's... You're in a class with, like, you know, other 30-year-olds arguing with the professor trying to get, like, an extra... You know, 10% on an assignment that's worth, you know, 1% of your grade. You're like, dog, let me go home so I can finish my homework and say hello to my beautiful wife. Anyway, it's donation time. I'm giving you a lesson. I'm responding to your correction with anger, and that's a bad habit of mine. Yet at the same time, I'm also selflessly using this as an educational opportunity to explain to you that people will like you more if you let them get away with tiny errors that are meaningless in the whole circumstance and context of existence on this God's green earth. Your life will be so much easier. I promise you this. Everything is terrible too. Greed mode just got harder. Oh yeah, I'm real scared. We just had a 22-minute greed mode run. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? It's my favorite Bad Penatar song. Actually, it's... What did we just talk about? What did we just talk about? Just let people try to interface with you. Whether they're saying snooker or soccer or snooker or plague or bagel or milk or hot dog. Massachusetts. Whatever they're saying. If you can understand them, we owe a social obligation to each other to get along. Oh, that was my stomach. I am starving. Dude, thanks for watching. It's like a half genuine salt, half not genuine salt, but either way, thanks for watching. We did get unlocked. We got my shadow. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. We'll probably do another random run instead of going right back into Azazel.